If this game doesn't stop fucking crashing.
Gargonzola. I love how this person right here says, I regret bearing children with the father of my children. I love how, like, I've seen some creative ways, and this is one of the lesser creative ways, but I've seen some creative ways in which, like women will, like, refer to, like, their, like, ex-husbands, and, you know, and, like, just their baby daddies, you know? Like, I remember I saw one that was insane. It was, like, so, like, it was such circumlocution. Like, it was, like, I was like, I had to speak with the life giver, the male life giver, or I had to speak with my child's male life giver. It was just, like, so insane. And that's the nouveau internet way of saying, like, you know, you had a guy who was not a good guy for your interests, so, which is important to have people who are good for that way.
Yeah, it's one of the things where there's a common saying that, or well, it's becoming more common now. I don't know how common it was, you know, when we were born, at least. But there is a saying, where it's like, people are saying, like, you know, be careful who you have, you know, children with. Because you're gonna be connected to them. Like, you're gonna be connected to them for a very long time. If not, basically forever. You know, because that is the, that is the father of your children, or that is the mother of your children. So, like, a lot of, you know, it's like, there's a lot, it's becoming more popular on TikTok now, where it's like, yeah, like, look who you're having kids with. Do you want to have kids with that person? And do you want to deal with them if your relationship goes sideways? Because there's a lot of ex-husbands and ex-wives who punish this ex-spouse through the kid. And then it's like, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah,
What's
no, I mean,
going on there?
oh, that's absolutely, that's, you know, collateralizing the child, no doubt. Geez, we are, hi everyone, we're playing Soda Dungeon, by the way.
We are playing Soda Dungeon. I'm trying to get if this game doesn't work, I'm gonna hop onto Paleo Pines. I was trying to get Miniko's Night Market to work, and it keeps fucking crashing.
Damn.
And I don't know what it is, and I've uninstalled it, and I reinstalled it, and it's not, I don't know, like, everyone's like, oh, this game is so great, and I'm like, I haven't gotten a chance to fucking play it. My playtime is 9 minutes of me trying to get this game to fucking work.
This one comment said, my thought is no one should have kids until they're in their early to mid-30s. Yeah. I guess so.
I mean, my mom had me at 29, so I feel like 29's good.
I mean, 29 is definitely approaching that 30, but I mean, lots of parents had kids at younger ages than 30, of course, obviously, but like, just like, you know, thinking about, you know, myself, you know, and again, you know, talking with a woman here, it's very interesting, right? Because we have radically different socializations around having kids, because I think for you being like a woman, like, I think, you know, because obviously you have that plumbing, like, you were told to think about it a lot earlier in life, and I think men do not have a certain sense of polarization towards, like, having, because, like, I feel like we can be ambivalent about kids, and we're kind of privileged to sort of be ambivalent about kids, because, like, so many men will be all like, I don't know, and then women, when they're like 14, are either like, I'm gonna have fucking 8 kids, or they're like, I'm never gonna have kids, ow, 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 ah! You know, and whereas us men, we're like, I don't know, if it happens, it happens, you know, yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing where it's like, we need to start, I don't know, we need to start making men think about kids more. Like, I'm tired of you know, it takes 2 to freaking, you know, make a kid, and men are so nonchalant about it, and then they're like, you are. Because then they sit there, and because they get to fucking coast and, you know, do shit, then they're like, oh my god, and now she wants custody? It's like, what do you mean? Like, think about kids. Like, you don't have to be like, oh, I want kids right now at the age of, like, teenager. But, like, start thinking about, oh, do I want kids in life? You know, do I want this? Do I want, you know, like, it shouldn't be all on the woman to do, like, family planning.
Oh, this is juicy. Okay, so someone said abortion was legal in the U.S. I am wondering why you did not choose that option. I have researched this extensively, and it is clear that there is nothing morally wrong with abortion. It is far better than having a child that you don't even want. And then OP responded and said, I did think about having an abortion, but my boyfriend, later husband, talked me out of it. One way I came to realize that he might have been sabotaging the condoms. Hey, yo. Huh.
Yeah, so then this is why I, like, also hold no guards against men, is because men will do this shit. Especially for women who say, hey, I want kids, but not right now. We can have this discussion in, like, 2 to 3 years, but right at this moment, I don't feel ready. Whether it's they don't feel ready mentally, or because a lot of times this happens where, like, the woman also is, like, really high in her career, and she's like, 2 to 3 years, I'm not saying never, just let's revisit 2 to 3 years, I'm really at the peak of my career right now, I want to enjoy this, you know, at least for a little while. And then men will poke, you know, holes in the condom, or they'll mess with the birth control, you know, something like that. And then they're like, mad that, like, their wives get pregnant. And then, you know, when the wife's like, oh, let's have an abortion, you know, and we can try again, then, you know, they talk them out of it, and then they become, like, bad dads.
Yeah.
You did this. What do you mean? And then, like, the concept is not, you know. And then there's women who do this too. Like, I don't want to put it all on men. There are women who sabotage condoms and stuff like that. You know, I remember this recent Reddit story where they had 2 kids, and the dude was like, all right, that's it. You know, I don't want or it was either 2 or 3. But the wife wanted an extra one. She wanted more kids. And the guy was like, you know, oh, I think they had 3. He was like, I only wanted 2. I let her have, you know, like, we have a 3rd one, but, like, I don't want more than this. We're already kid past what I wanted. And, she ended up getting pregnant again. And and people in the comments of that Am I the Asshole were like, hey, you need to, like, look at your condoms, like, you need to check to see, because she might have, you know, she might have stopped taking her birth control, she might have, you know, done something with the condoms, and so there are women who also do that, and things like that, because there also are men who want children, and then they get with women who don't want children, get them pregnant, and then have an affair. And it's like, what? Like, you coerced this woman, or you talked her into having a kid, who did not want kids. But you wanted kids, and she wanted to make you happy, and then you go and you cheat on her. Because I've been seeing that a lot in Reddit lately. Where, like, the woman's like, I didn't even want a kid, but I wanted to make him happy. So I got pregnant, and then I found out, like, what he thought of me. Or I found out he had an affair, or I found out this, and it's like, why do you marry people who don't, you know, like, so to me, I don't think that men are absent-minded. I think they'll use children as weapons when they want to, but I also think that they just fall back onto, like, sexism, in a way. Well, they're like, oh, well, the woman wants it, or the woman will take care of the child. It's like, do you know, like, the abuse stories of moms who didn't want kids, or moms who resented their children? They're in deadly women. Those children are dead. Like, some of them didn't